T-Man 978 Chill Review. It is the year 2015. Gone are the days of good engineering, great paint jobs, and thick plastic. Now we live in the age of robots in disguise, minimal plastic, minimal paint, and shorter robots. In this case, it's Autobot Jazz. But should we write this line off? Let's find out in this episode of T-Man 978's Chill Review. Looking at the back of Jazz's packaging, we see that he transforms in 9 steps. You can use him on that little app game they have, the Transformers Robots in Disguise game. Down here we see he turns into a car, and they actually reserved this trademark right there. I guess they gave up on just calling him Jazz. So Autobot Jazz is his official name. And now we look at this box art right here. And it's very interesting to say the least. Yeah! Whoa! Sorry about that, folks. I have no idea what that was just now. But I'm never... That packaging is going right in the trash. Let me get the toys out here. Woo! Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Robots in Disguise, Jazz. Robots in Disguise 2015. Jazz. And he looks very good, all things considered. Of course, the first thing you're going to see are these hollow bits in his arms. That's where he transforms. And this unnecessarily hollow inside of his legs right there, and his feet. Which, ugh. And this wafer-thin chest. But it's Jazz. And he's decent. One thing that kills it for me, no visor. Jazz is supposed to have a visored face. That kind of takes me out of the whole Jazz thing right there. But anyway, you can still tell it's him due to his mostly white with red and blue stripes. And he's really good. Now, I'm going to be honest, this plastic, just like all the other Robots in Disguise Warrior Class figures, it feels cheap as all get out. But what gives him points is he has a lot of articulation. And I'm shocked they put some engineering right here. Like these two pieces are separate. Normally with the other releases, they would have been all like one big chunky piece looking all stupid. And he doesn't suffer from that thing that Bumblebee and Drift suffered, where he has the windshield back here, which is cool. So, articulation, his head is on a ball joint, but mostly it just 360. It doesn't really like look up or down, which hinders the poses he can do because he has excellent legs. 360 here, he has outward motion here, which I was worried about before I got this toy. Bend here, rotate, swivel right there. It's hard to turn, almost makes you feel like you're going to break it. And his wrist just gimps in and out right there. No swivel, which is unfortunate. If you unplug his arms right there, you can give him some other type of articulation if you wanted to. But that's really part of the transformation. Ball joint hips, you can kick out that much. Go out to the side that much. Swivel at the knee or above the knee, and a 90-degree bend. And he also has a bonus articulation right there, which is cool. But like I said, he can't really look up, so you got to make him look to the side. His weapon is this javelin thingy. I don't like it. I mean, it's hard to make him look cool. Or you can make it a gun, I guess. Say it's like a lightning rod or something like this. Anywho, my buddy Extra Zero, who not only showed me this thing right here, like if you press his arms, let me try to do it like he did it. I believe he had this above here, but pressed it in. No, I'm not going to be able to do it. But basically, he had the arms pressed, the wings pressed way up where they're almost like invisible, just like the G1 cartoon. But anywho, like I said, not only did he show me that, but he helped me out because he reminded me that there was a sales sign in Toys R Us that made this guy $12.99 instead of the $16.99 that they wanted. And these things are not worth $16.99. If you can't use some type of price change checking app or whatever and make them price match, don't buy these things. Just leave them on the shelf to rot, unless you have a coupon or something, because they're not worth almost 20 bucks. But anywho, let me get some comparisons out here for you guys. Here he is next to Transformers Animated Jazz and Reveal the Shield Jazz right there, otherwise known as Chug Jazz or Classics, Generations, whatever. But there's that size comparison, and you can see how things have dropped over the years. Just for giggles, here he is next to Deluxe Class Bay Movie 1 Jazz. And this guy he's still taller than this Jazz. And he's thicker and made out of heavier plastic. Never really liked him. But of course, the main event Jazz you need to see him next to. Here he is next to my Takara reissue or Japanese reissue Jazz from G1. He's at least taller than him. But they have a lot. They almost even transform the same, which is amazing. But even this guy has a visor on his face, but he doesn't. But yeah, there's a brief trip down memory lane with those other Jazzes, and he does have better articulation than this guy, which is a brick from the waist down basically. But anywho, let's get to transformation. Transformation. It's pretty simple. Take this weapon out of his hand, close in the hands right there, lift these up, and plug the legs together. Okay. Unpeg the back right there, lift this down right here into place. Get the arms unplugged and out of the socket. Lift these panels up. But basically, they want you to start turning this too. Come on, get that down. All right. Now we can go ahead and plug the doors into the side of the car. Bring these forward or down and close them. And go ahead and take the arms with these tabs right here at the top and plug it into there. So they found a new way to engineer his arm transformation to make it more simple. You can see his whole body under there, but bam, there he is. White, mostly white with blue and red racing stripes, racing car. No detail in the tires. You can see they have an Autobot logo sign right there. No details back here. They didn't paint in the back window. I think they are working with repro labels now because this is a dream for repro label. They have so much to work with because they put no details, no headlights, like this little bit of stripes. I mean, that's well done. What they did put on there is well painted, but it's barely anything. I guess you can plug this in, which looks silly. Unless he shoots lightning out of there, like I was saying earlier. And in this mode, he really, really feels cheap. I mean, this bends when you squeeze it, which is like, ugh. It just feels so hollow and cheap. I didn't mention his little Autobot symbol right there that you can scan, but oh no, he's decent. It's good. It rolls, which is always a plus. Let me show some other cars, or show him beside some other Jazzes. Here's one thing that has always fascinated me, no matter how tall they are in robot mode, all the deluxe cars are very, very similar in vehicle mode. And like Jazz, of course, was the smallest robot. Well, G1 Jazz, I should say, since all of these are Jazz in one form or another. Like, they're really close to the same length. I mean, this spoiler makes him long, but he was way taller in robot mode. Here's movie Jazz, about the same length, but this car looks a lot bigger than all the rest of them. Animated Jazz, smaller looking, and Reveal the Shield Jazz, a little bit smaller. These two are the closest, I guess, in size. Anyhow, that's been that. My feelings on them: this is my favorite so far, my favorite warrior class Autobot. I don't think they even really have any Decepticons besides Steeljaw, and that thing, I can't even buy that because it already looks a mess to me. This is probably the best Autobot they have so far in the warrior class range. So, if you like Jazz like you see I do, and this is going to be my, I guess, my unofficial month of Jazz reviews. So those other guys you saw that I didn't review already, I'm going to do some reviews on them. But anyhow, it's a cool figure. If you like this video, give me a like, share, subscribe, comment. T-Man978 out of here. Till next time.